Citizenship carries with it certain rights and responsibilities. American citizens are entitled to the protections guaranteed by the Constitution and, by extension, all of civil law. And they are also expected to support the Republic through paying taxes, through serving in the armed forces when called upon to do so, and by otherwise protecting and sustaining our country. While immigrants from around the world become U.S. citizens every year, most of us become part of the American family through birth. Simply being born in America grants us citizenship. And so those rights and responsibilities are granted to us as infants, long before we can understand what they are or how they operate. Unlike the immigrant who chooses citizenship, born citizens simply inherit it, growing into a deeper understanding of it as they mature into adulthood. As the story of the Israelites nears its end this week in the Torah, God makes explicit that the laws, practices, and the history of Torah applies equally to those who are actually present at the time the people cross into the Promised Land, and also to those who are not present, meaning the generations who will later inherit the Torah as a legacy. We do not claim that the words of Torah don't apply to us because we weren't there or because we never agreed to it. Rather, we accept that, like citizenship, being part of the Jewish people is an inheritance over which we have no choice. What we do have a choice about is what we do with that inheritance. Just as it is possible to be an American but have little connection to American society or history or culture, being born a Jew does not guarantee a particular experience. It merely provides access to one or to many. For some, prayer is the focus of their Jewishness. For others, study. Some express their Jewish identity through social connection or food or languages like Hebrew or Yiddish, or support of the State of Israel, or any combination of these. There are as many possible expressions of Jewishness as there are Jews. For too many Jews, though, the opportunity to find such a connection is missing, whether through a lack of formal training or an attenuated Jewish experience as children, or isolation from other Jews or Jewish institutions. There are many who yearn for a deeper expression of identity, a deeper connection than they know how to find. And that is where synagogues matter. There are many places that offer standalone classes or trips or other kinds of Jewish experiences, but none of them integrate those experiences and make demands upon us the way that a synagogue does. In its classical formulation as a place of prayer, learning, and gathering for all occasions, the synagogue is the great historical synthesizer of Jewish experience, the place that is at the center of our Jewish lives. By associating with the synagogue, we stake a claim to each of our individual formulations of Judaism within the larger construct of a long-term commitment to the community. We can be Jews by ourselves, but the experience of Judaism is best fulfilled in the context of a web of relationships forged within a synagogue community. We have inherited a sacred legacy from those who literally stood at Sinai and those who literally crossed the Jordan millennia ago. We best take hold of that legacy the ways that Jews have done for the last 2,000 years, which is in the sacred community housed in the synagogue. A Shabbat Shalom from me, Rabbi Jeff Pivo, and from all of us at the East Brunswick Jewish Center.